everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Football Fignuts podcast. This is Season 3, Episode 19, for a total of 119 episodes. I'm Craig.
I'm Sinch.
And Sinch is here! Britt is taking the week off. Britt is somewhere in the unknown. Maybe Death Valley, somewhere. Probably not. He's still in Connecticut somewhere. How are you, sir?
Things are going great. How are you?
Good, I'm good. A little chilly out. But
yeah, winter sucks.
It does. Is it? No, it's not officially winter yet.
It's only November.
It's only
November sucks.
Yeah, well, my birthday's in November.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sucks. I mean, not you or your birthday, but the cold.
That happens. But you know what doesn't suck? Beer.
Beer is good.
Beer's good. And you have two beers in front of you. One I have tried, one I have not tried.
Okay, I'm going to go with the one you don't like.
All right. Wait, why not? You know, I'm willing to try it. This beer was given to me by my brother. Busch. We really never actually had Busch on this show, ever. This is a stout. My problem with this beer is that it's apparently coconut-based.
I'll keep the can.
All right, he'll keep the can. You have the can, so what is it exactly? Can you see? It's a little dark in here. Look, I moved. I need a lamp. I'm sorry. It happens.
You've got the mood lighting going on in here. This is Firestone Coconut Merlin Milk Stout.
Milk Stout. All right, I will give it a go. It's dark. It is definitely a stout. It's very Guinness-y.
I can't even read any kind of description.
Honestly,
because
do
it's
not
smaller
smell.
writing.
Now, okay, let me tell you about coconut. Coconut's not my friend. I just don't like it. So I don't like it so much that I can actually smell it, and I can tell when it's in things. All right, I cannot smell any coconut on this beer.
I almost get a little coconut or maybe a little coffee.
I get more coffee or chocolate, but no coconut. He's taking a swig, and the answer is... It's like drinking a pina colada. Now, actually, I'm okay with pina coladas.
Coffee, chocolate.
Yep.
I don't really taste
No
coconut so
huh?
much.
All right, let's give it a try here.
Maybe there is coconut. I don't care one way or another about coconut. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, no. No, I get mostly chocolate. Like, it's the aftertaste is very chocolatey. Let's take another try of it.
Which is kind of funny since the name of it is Coconut Merlin. But hey, it tastes good.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's definitely more chocolate than coffee for me, but it's not bad.
Dark, thick.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a dessert beer because some stouts are sweet.
Yeah, it's not sweet.
No. It's good though. It's good. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Tastes just like beer.
It does.
I'll drink
a stout beer. All right, so let's go right into burning hot take questions. Would you like to give or receive any?
I'm ready. I'm giving.
You're giving?
I already asked this question in our podcasting stream to each other during the week.
All right, go ahead.
It sounds like a joke.
All right.
And I know you're on my side, but it sounds like a joke, but I mean it dead serious.
All right.
Who's better, Fitzpatrick or Jared Goff?
Now, better just as a quarterback? Who's a better quarterback or like...
I mean, speaking for all Cooper Cup owners...
Can I just say, I need a Cooper Cup in our league. I need a Cooper Cup to not score any points. Now, I knew that I had like a 0.005% chance of that happening, and it happened, and I won by 1 point.
If you had Cooper Cup and 0, you won! Now, Goff is he's just not good. He's just not good. He's bad. You watch him and you could see it. Since the Super Bowl, he hasn't been the same.
So you're saying he has Matt Ryan syndrome?
No, because that's a knock. Matt Ryan is a good quarterback. I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer or he's great or anything. Matt Ryan is a good quarterback. Goff is not a good quarterback. Without the running game, he had Gurley.
He did.
Do you remember when Gurley played before he retired? Gurley used to be good. He's gone now. The offensive line, you know what? They're just... It's all bad. It's all bad.
It's not what they were.
I would be afraid to use anybody on the Rams anymore ever again.
Even Cooper Kupp.
Ever. Well, and all right, here's the best part.
Okay.
Cooper Kupp's a free agent after next season.
Is he?
He is.
Oh, he's on a rookie
All the money they have is in Gurley, Goff, and what's his name? The defensive player.
Arnold.
Yeah. That's all the money. How are they going to pay Goff? If they were smart, they would trade him, get a first-round pick from some. Because they can't sign him. There's no money.
That's true. So
though I would like to
answer
take him on
to answer your
team.
question. Like, I've always been a Fitzpatrick fan. He was a Bengal for a while. He was a Jet for a while. He was been a lot of places for a while. I think he definitely has a lot more experience, and he always has the potential to throw for like 520 yards. Not that it happens a lot, but he could do it. And knowing the Dolphins won twice.
I'm not saying
last 2 weeks.
I'm not saying Fitzpatrick is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying
You're saying he's a better quarterback.
I'm saying
than
you put
Goff.
Fitzpatrick.
Yep.
With the Rams for the whole offseason, getting ready for the year.
Yep.
I think he's going to put out the same type of stats that Goff did last year.
When they were good.
Assuming that they have Gurley.
Assuming they have a running game.
You know what I'm saying.
Right.
I just think apples to apples, same comparison, same team.
Yep.
One of them is god-awful, and the other one is FitzMagic.
That's right. That's right. And anytime in our little chat thing, anytime someone mentions Fitzpatrick, I just reply with a little emoji gift of the magic guy where magic appears under him.
All right, your turn.
So
What's your question?
So my question, there's a certain guy who hasn't played in 3 years who has a tryout for multiple NFL teams Saturday. His name's Colin Kaepernick. Now, not to get the what happened to him, whatever, deserves a job. We're not going to get into that part of it. But
I need a drink.
Sure, go right ahead. So my question to you is, there's teams with that are, not Super Bowl, well, playoff bound, division winning bound, people that don't have a really solid backup quarterback, like the Chiefs do. We learned that. But, the Packers don't. No idea who their backup is. I have no idea who the backup is in New England. No idea. No, you don't even know.
Jared Stidham.
Sure. We'll go
He's a
with
rookie. He's a rookie. All of these places, if the backup is in, the season's over.
Right. So I'm saying out of the teams that are going to go see him work out, is there anywhere you think he could fit in? As a backup, potential starter, Bears.
Okay.
Sorry, Sean.
So during the question, I wasn't ignoring you. I was just looking up his age. He's 32 now.
He is.
Okay.
He is.
Number one, if you're getting a serious tryout, it's on a Monday when they have the whole week to go, and the coach, the players get the day off, the coach, the GM, they're all there working out the players just to have on their list if they're going to bring in guys at some point. Having it on Saturday, no one serious is going to be paying any attention to it. Guy's been out of the league for years, and he just sued the league and won $80 million?
No, I keep hearing different numbers.
Whatever the number was, there's no chance he ever wears a uniform again.
All right,
any pro team.
But hypothetically speaking, what team do you think would be able to use him? Bears.
An XFL team. He could be a superstar in the XFL. I'm serious now. They're starting up in February.
February, March.
That's where he could go, and he could. Because remember, the last year or so he played, he went from being sculpted, muscular to he looks smaller. Doesn't he look smaller? And he wasn't as good. And I'm not accusing or saying
he did. He had that same syndrome where after he lost the Super Bowl, he wasn't the same.
Yeah, the
player.
Super Bowl hangover. It takes
it's a
time.
thing.
It's a real the Madden curse. The jinx.
There you go.
It's a thing. So I just think there's no chance. I think it's the same thing that happened with Ray Rice, where everyone assumed it was because of the off the field stuff. Well, his last season, he wasn't great. He could have hung on for another year or two, except for the off-field stuff.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I just think there's no chance, and it's a story someone put out there, get the guy publicity. Maybe they're trying to get him a tryout in the XFL.
Maybe, I don't know.
Why not? Someone's...
All right, what's your, you have another question?
No, I'm good.
No, you're good? All right.
Something comes up, I'll let you know.
All right, that's fair. So in that case, we're going to do reverse America's favorite game. As Sinch finishes that stout beer.
America's least favorite game? You want to talk about the Jets and Giant game?
Oh. They ever find that cat in the Giant game?
Yeah, he followed him and jinxed him for week 2 against the Jets. Now, poor cat. Cat's on bye week.
He is on bye week.
Real
so
quick,
at least he has,
just 10 seconds on that whole story.
Yeah,
Did you hear how allegedly there are like hundreds of cats living in the stadium?
I heard that, and they officially said that that's false, and it's more like...
Isn't that what they would say if there
They said it's
hundreds?
more like, I think, 20 cats, or 3 colonies, so that wouldn't be 300 cats.
Whatever the case. When you say you have 3 colonies of cats living in your stadium...
In the vicinity of said stadium.
Just set some mouse traps, and we don't need the cats there.
That's why they were there originally. Then, cats have a lot of kittens. They're not as bad as rabbits, but, So they could have 3 kittens. They could have 8 kittens. So
Rabbits have a lot of kittens?
they do.
Did not know.
Here's a random cat fact for you. One cat can have kittens from different fathers at the same time. Crazy, right? There's your random fact of the day.
See.
So anyway, there are, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 games under 40.
Fun.
All right. Oh, yeah, get the schedule.
I wasn't
up.
ready. I got
so
3 games under 40.
3 games under 40, and
Wow.
there are 3 games over 50. Which would you like first?
Pause the podcast. I got to find
Sure.
the schedule.
I'm going to finish this beer.
Yeah.
No,
you
really,
go
this
ahead.
beer, I'm actually, for my hatred of coconut, with the exception of pina colada, this beer is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I didn't even look at the percentage of it, but it's actually
So we're week 11. I'm ready.
week 11.
I've got everything up, ready to go. No, we're week 12.
There you go. November 14th.
It's all good.
It's all good.
problems.
There we go.
Ready to go. So there's, what's that again? 4
There
games?
are 3 games.
3 games.
I'll double check here. Let's see
Under
here.
40.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
3
There are 3 games under 40. And there are 3 games over 50.
3 games under 40. All right. I think
All right,
I'm
what
ready.
would you like to do first, the under or over?
Well, we're going the under 40. So,
All right, under 40. Go ahead.
I'm going to say Jets Redskins.
Yes, that is a 38.
I'm surprised it's that. All right. I'm going to go Bills Dolphins.
Bills Dolphins is a 39.5. You are correct.
Oh, this is just an easy game.
One more.
Yeah, it's got to be the Bengals Raiders.
Bengals Raiders. No, that is
No.
not.
Thought I had that one. All right. Bears Rams.
Bears Ram. No.
Ah,
2.
2 strikes.
One more.
That one. Could it be the Jags and Colts?
Jags and Colt. No, that is not. Strike 3, sir.
Doo-doo.
The answer is Denver at Minnesota is a 39.
See that one.
Sunday.
Okay. I mean, I believe you. It's just, let's see. 1. Okay.
All right, and now there are. There are 1. Yep, 3 games over 50.
And I'll go Patriots Eagles.
Patriots Eagles. No.
Okay.
Strike 1.
I'm full of strikes. The Saints Buccaneers.
That is correct. That is a 50.5.
Okay.
And man, tell you, Drew Brees, Metric loved him last week. Burned me horribly.
Me too.
Horribly. How do they only score 9 points against the Falcons?
It's the first time that
Falcons.
they haven't had a touchdown since Breeze and I'm blanking on the
Kamara?
coach. No, the coach. First time since Breeze
Sean Payton?
and Payton were there that they did not score an offensive touchdown.
That's stupid.
They should have told us they were going to do that.
Yeah,
so
really.
We could have avoided it.
All right.
Okay. I can't find the Chiefs game.
Yes.
Chiefs, who are they playing?
Chiefs Chargers.
Chiefs Chargers. Could not find
That is a 53 on Monday night. Now there's one more game.
Got one more. We're looking for over 50.
Yes, sir. Now I'm kind of surprised about it, but
Not that one. Not that one. Texans Ravens.
Texans Ravens. No, that's a 49. Close. One
Boy.
more. One more strike. He's thinking hard.
I think I'm out of games.
Well, just some left.
Not on my phone. Okay, so we got the Chiefs, right?
Yep.
What was the other one
you
that
got
I
the
got?
Chiefs and you got the Saints.
Is it one that I've mentioned so far?
No,
and
it is
been
not.
wrong? Really?
It is not one you mentioned. You might be surprised by this game.
I can't believe that it would be the Cardinals 49ers. Is it that one?
No, that's a 46, sir. You have struck out again.
I struck out twice.
That correct answer is Atlanta at Carolina.
Really?
50.5. Do you believe that?
I've been so bad with the over-unders. Yeah, okay, I believe it.
But do you believe that game could end, 28-21?
Do you have the spread who's favored in that game and by how many?
Let's see here. Carolina's -5.
So they're saying it's a 28-23. Yeah, I mean, it could. Yeah, sure.
Would you take the over in that, though?
Again, I've been so bad. I've never been so bad picking games. And I don't know if you've seen. I don't even want to mention the low number that it's been a weekly average.
Yeah, that's this year. Sinch joined a pool that I know someone that runs. It's a very large pool. There's many people in it, so you guess every game, and under overs. And this year's been rough.
I'm just happy I could donate to someone's cause.
All right, and then on that note, we're going to open another beer that
Yes.
Sinch is in front of.
I'm excited to be in front of this.
This beer is a pumpkin beer. It's in, I believe it's in rum barrels. It's made. It's on the bottle.
This is Kentucky Pumpkin Barrel Ale.
There you go. Glass.
Yeah, throw it over.
Don't worry. One day we'll have a real studio with a real table, and we don't have to
No, we just need a waitress.
That would help too. Now the thing about this beer, it's about it's a 10.5 ish beer. Well, no, not ish. It's,
I need a
it's,
professional.
Actually, no, sorry, not 10.5. It's a 10% beer.
I need a professional pourer. I did too much, so
no, you're good. I have another one of these, so you're good. So I've had this before. Go give it a whirl. It's very vanilla-y on the nose.
Yeah, it doesn't smell pumpkin.
No, he's taking a swig, and the answer is stinking.
Doesn't really taste pumpkin either. Maybe a little bit.
It takes a little bit to get there.
Yeah, tasting it, it's good. Tastes like beer.
All right.
You really get the pumpkin
way later.
2 seconds after you swallowed it, it's like, oh, okay, it's pumpkin.
Yeah, I got a lot of vanilla out of it.
Yes.
And also, you don't realize that it's 10%.
Oh yeah, this
you should only have one of.
This is
you have to go anywhere.
You don't want to mess with this.
No, it's one of those beers that you have no idea that it's a % beer.
Would be a good. Everybody come over my house. We're watching football Sunday.
Yeah,
and you drink this, and they
drink this at like 1 o'clock.
They could have their Bud Light or whatever because they got to drive home.
So yeah, we'll move on to the metric now. Last week, generally speaking, the metric did really well, with one key problem. So Brett used Lamar a lot. I unfortunately used Drew Brees, like I mentioned before, and that was a horrible, horrible mistake.
I did the same thing. You know what the problem is?
Yeah.
The metric will tell you who to use.
Yeah.
And by thinking you know better, that's the problem.
That is the problem.
Because sometimes it doesn't make any sense, but you kind of just got to roll with it and believe it. And
like 2 weeks ago, like we mentioned last week, Brett and I made a metric-only lineup, and it was the highest scoring lineup I had. The only thing, we went straight down it, and we just skipped over people who were like questionable or probable because, you can't really switch players once the game starts, So yeah, I think we learned a lesson to just go with what it says.
So that being said,
yeah,
that you need to follow what the metric is telling you.
You should try to.
And not come up with your own rules.
Right.
I've come up with a couple of rules
that
I just want to put out there.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. We're far enough into the season that you could play the Cleveland Brown game. And what I mean by that is, okay, this team is so bad, whoever goes against them, I got to use them.
All right.
This year, it's not really Cleveland. It could be, but the teams you're looking at, sorry.
No, I know. Go
the
ahead.
Bengals, you got to use players against the Bengals. You gotta. And they got the Raiders this week.
Yep.
Got to use Jacobs. I'm not a big Carr fan, so I'll find another quarterback.
Right.
But you look at Waller. There's a great week to use Waller.
Yep.
Another team. Anytime you could go against the Jets or the Jets, the Dolphins.
How about the Giants?
Yeah.
The Giants.
Pick the bottom 5. The Redskins. See, the Redskins play the Jets, so just
avoid that game.
Yeah, maybe just don't watch that. Make believe it doesn't happen. No one's going to spend a lot of time on that game on Sunday night, Monday morning anyway.
Right. So this week, the metric loves Patrick Mahomes. Absolutely loves Patrick Mahomes. He is $7,000. The problem with Patrick Mahomes this week is that he's playing Monday, and there are not a lot of full slate games this point in the season where you can use Monday night players. The next person down the list is Deshaun Watson. He's at 6,800. Then the person under him is Phillip Rivers. He has the same problem as Mahomes. He's 5,800, so he's cheap, but he's playing Monday night. So there is that. probably Watson's probably the good chalk play there if you're looking for someone who's going to be consistent. Lamar Jackson, 7,700. He's playing Houston. If you want the cheap option, Kyle Allen is playing Atlanta. Now, what happened last week is we all said, wow, Drew Brees is playing Atlanta. He's going to throw for 520 yards, and he didn't at all.
I'm a big Kyle Allen fan.
Are you?
Did you see the game this past week with the snow falling?
I did.
The
That
Packers?
was that felt
was
like
a lot
a
of
football
fun.
game.
It was fun to watch, and
It was.
I'm rooting for him because he's no one. He's
Yeah.
just another Allen. There's
Sure.
about 4 Allen
There's a
quarterbacks
lot of Allens.
this year.
That is true.
I just want to throw in another one of my new rules.
Sure.
My new rule is from now on, from this point on, rest of the season, I'm going with Mahomes. I'm going with Lamar Jackson.
No matter who they're playing.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Those are the two guys that I'm getting points. Their bad game, I'm getting points. So there's no guessing.
Well, a lot of people thought Cooper Kupp was going to give them points.
Cooper Kupp is not Mahomes or Jackson. And he has a awful quarterback.
That is true.
So my rule, if at all possible, I'm going with one of those two quarterbacks every week, and I'm going with the White Panther, Christian McCaffrey, every week.
All right.
Because he can't miss. If he doesn't run it, he's catching it.
True.
So, I mean, he's like 85% of the offense. So opportunity leads to points.
That's true, unless it was against that Green Bay game last week, and they...
Even so, he put up points.
Oh, he did. Just that last touchdown. It's a shame.
They should have ran it on 3rd down instead of 4th down. It's not like he couldn't have made it in.
True. Right.
Moving on.
Moving on. Dak Prescott is a cheapest option at 6,700 playing Detroit.
He's a good bet this week.
Other people is that the metric likes, again, these are cheap options, is Jeff Driscoll.
I'm sorry, who?
Jeff Driscoll.
Okay, go ahead.
He is Detroit. He used to be a Bengal. He is Detroit's starting quarterback now because Stafford is broken, literally.
Poor guy.
Yeah, man. He's having a rough 2 years, man.
He was having a career year that no one noticed.
He was.
He was having a great year.
I feel like if he was on a different team, he could have had a couple Super Bowls by now.
Talk about a guy who could have had a Hall of Fame career, and instead he's going to be, he was good.
Yeah. Throws for over 5,000 yards every...
You know what? No one told him to re-sign with Detroit.
True. Maybe he likes it there. Does he live in Detroit? Lives there.
Does anyone live in Detroit?
Sorry, Detroit. Ryan Finley is $5,000. Don't use Ryan Finley.
Who?
Finley. Playing Ryan Finley, however, is Derek Carr at 6,100. So
it's not bad.
Not bad. That's an option. Little on the pricier side, but not bad. So let's move to running backs. So the metric loves the following people: Damian Williams, Melvin Gordon III, Brian Hill.
Okay, let me stop you there for a second.
Okay, sure.
So Brian Hill. He's the new starter, the hot guy everybody's trying to pick up now because Freeman got hurt. He's in Atlanta.
Right.
Boy, I don't know.
Don't play that hot hand.
I don't know. I don't even know if his hand was hot. I don't know. So, I mean, if you want to, okay. I don't know. I like Damian Williams a lot because his touches have gone up. I don't have the exact number, but it was like 50%.
He's 5,300 too.
75%. He's and this past week they had oh boy, I'm missing a name.
Who's that guy?
LaShawn McCoy.
There you go.
Was a healthy scratch this week.
Remember when he was good?
Yeah, I mean, a long time ago. Long time and 2 teams ago.
That's true.
So, I mean, Williams is the guy that it looks like they're committing to him. So, he's the guy I like the most. Him and Jacobs. Josh Jacobs.
Right. Josh Jacobs is 6,900. He is playing Cincinnati, and my Cincinnati's defense cannot stop anyone. So, it's a good option, provided he does not get hurt. That is key. He's right under. The metric has him value for a little bit under 3x. But he can probably get there.
And real quick, while we're on the running backs.
Sure.
McCaffrey should be mentioned as an MVP candidate more than he is. He is so much better than all the other running backs.
He is.
I'm
so quick.
And his salary is $10,500. Dalvin Cook's $8,900. And he leads the league in rushing. So McCaffrey just...
Yeah, so quick.
His receiving and everything. I love that guy. What a guy. I wish he was here so I could pat him on the back for a job well done.
If you haven't guessed by now, Sinch has McCaffrey on his fantasy team. He does. For the record, I am the first one that ever drafted him. Anyway.
You did.
I did. His rookie year.
He's mine now.
He is yours now. Dad damn it. Also, you have Eckler at 5,300, but again, playing Monday night. The top three of the 5 guys are playing Monday night, so something to look at. You also have Jordan Howard, Alvin Kamara, and as we mentioned, Dalvin Cook is expensive. He's 8,900, and McCaffrey is 10.5 points or
10,500.
10.5. Yeah, you know what I mean. 10,500.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
His salary.
All right, so I have a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
So Tevin Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
This is a question about the entire 49ers team.
Okay.
They played Monday night, and they played the full overtime period.
Yes.
Are you scared off that they might be tired coming into and a game against the Cardinals that maybe they figure, well, we could take these guys. Do you think they take them just a little light? Maybe the Cardinals
Probably.
show up.
So yeah, I mean, it could happen.
I'm just a little scared off of any 49er this week.
Yeah, because that was a very long game they played, and it's a short week for them.
I don't think they could lose the game.
No, but I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think it's going to be.
It's going to be
They're going to win because the Cardinals still have a lot of issues, but it's probably going to be like a 1 touchdown or 1 full.
Cardinals are fun
game.
to watch.
Are they?
I
haven't seen any of their games.
Their offense is a lot of fun. Murray he's not a runner, but he'll move from laterally all over the place to get away. And I mean, Christian Kirk this past week.
Christian Kirk showed up.
You gotta use Kirk.
You would use Kirk against the 49ers.
Maybe not this week. The 49ers defense,
it is good.
DFS, good. you could just put them on the side burner for the week, but it's a lot of fun. I'm telling you, the Cardinals' offense is fun. Now, defense, they're not great.
Not so much.
They're not great. It's as if they didn't know defense was part of it. It was just, hey, let's play offense.
Why not? All right, so on to wide receivers. Now, here's the thing. Again, this has been the issue the last couple weeks. The wide receivers, you're going to have to either pay up for people or pay up like at running back and like maybe quarterback and just have a very cheap set of receivers.
You got to be smart. This is where you make your money.
That's right. Because right now, the top receiver is Deebo Samuel at $4,000, who's playing San Francisco.
No, he's on San Francisco.
He's on San Francisco. Sorry.
Playing Arizona, who
playing
has
Arizona.
no defense.
Exactly.
And he had a really good game this past week. He dropped a couple that made him look not so great, and his quarterback looked not so great. But he did win me a game. So,
underneath him is
100-yard game.
Is Hunter Renfrow, who's playing Cincinnati. So it might be a cheap option there. You can plug in. There's Josh Reynolds. He's at 3,700. I'm going to probably skip him. There's also D.D. Westbrook and DJ Moore. Those two guys are at 4,500 and 5,900. So this is the kind of week where you're gonna pay down really in receiver. It's gonna be a cheap 3 guys that you're gonna pick up because again, if you want to use McCaffrey or Dalvin Cook, you're gonna have to save money somewhere, and it's gonna be at receiver.
Yeah, Westbrook's injury status just I'm off of him for the rest. He's hurt me too much already.
How do you feel about Demaryius Thomas playing Washington? He's $3,900. If you had to use him to be able to afford McCaffrey,
all right,
and Mahomes, you would do it. Would you do it?
For the price, yeah. It's just tough. For the price, he doesn't have to give you much to be a good value guy.
Right.
But I don't think he's going to give you much. So if you're just looking for a little, yeah, okay. It's tough. I tell you, he's a Jet.
He is a Jet.
I've seen so much from the Jets that I don't like.
He is a Jet. Some other mentions are that the metric likes are Devontae Parker, Julio Jones, who is $7,500, so I'm probably not going to use him this week. It's just a price thing. There's Sammy Watkins, Terrell Williams, and Keenan Allen. Again, everyone, like you said before, you're probably going to use a lot of Raiders this week. I wouldn't overload your team with Raiders.
No.
I wouldn't use more than 3 of them.
Really, I would go Jacobs and Waller, and that's it for me. Someone else want to use Carr, that's fine. That's it.
Right.
And Renfrow is a guy who could catch a big catch or two.
He could.
I don't want to.
He could easily have 120 yards and a touchdown, or he could have 17 yards.
Yeah, he's a good candidate for 2 catches for 21 yards.
Right.
So,
Now next is everyone's favorite position, the tight end. And once again, the metric, for some whatever reason, is in love with Greg Olsen. Now, Greg Olsen had a pretty good game against the Packers, but still, Cam isn't there anymore. So still, for me, it just downgrades Greg Olsen for me. He is cheap, though. He is $3,900.
Playing against that Atlanta defense.
Against the Atlanta defense, who magically stopped Drew Brees. Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to give that up. I was so aggravated.
You could have sat and watched the whole game, and when it was over, you'd say, I don't understand. What? No, do it again. That's got to be wrong.
Because again, with that game, I was watching scores scroll by, and I was like, really? They have 9 points? Well, is he injured? Is everyone broken? So again, we're going to probably fade him and probably use Darren Waller. He's 5,500. As
how he's only 5,500. He's been really good.
He has been. The thing is, DraftKings has been raising the prices of running backs. I'm saying DraftKings has been raising the prices of running backs, so you kind of diversify. Right. Some other noticeable, mentions are Jared Cook. He's 4,400.
Speaking of tight ends.
Yes.
I just got a text message right now on my phone while we're recording, not on Thursday.
Oh, my God.
Kittle will be out this week.
All right, there you have it, folks. No George Kittle. That was breaking news. That was breaking news. What is wrong with him anyway? Concussion?
He banged his knee into a helmet.
That hurts.
Yeah.
I've done that. That doesn't feel good.
Why would you do that?
Not on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Not on purpose. Ryan Griffin is 2,900. He's a Jet.
I think it's important to say who?
He's Chris Herndon's backup.
Herndon.
Listen, last year.
Wait. This is good. He's out for the year, Chris Herndon.
I don't even know what happened.
Did he make a whole game?
No, I don't know what happened. He bruised or cracked a rib. I don't even know if he played.
Okay, so I think it was a 3 or 4 game suspension.
Right, it was.
Then when he was practicing to come back, he had a hamstring issue.
Yep.
That kept him out 2 or 3 more weeks.
Yep.
And
now
did he play in a game? I don't even remember.
He started last week. I just don't know.
He didn't finish.
No, he didn't.
He's finished now, though.
There's Eric Ebron. He is 3,600. How do you feel about Eric Ebron?
I don't mind him at all.
No? You're all right?
Is Brissett the quarterback?
No, he's still broken.
If Brissett's broken, I'm staying away from Ebron.
Are you staying away from all Colts if Brissett's broken?
Yeah. Fade the Colts. Forget they exist. Move on to another team. If you have no quarterback, you have nothing. Period.
That's true. And the other tight end that the metric likes is hard-hitting Jason Witten.
See, you got to trust the metric.
Just trust it.
I'm sitting here laughing, but, you got to trust it.
He's 3,700. He's playing Detroit. And Detroit, man, I just feel so bad for
I feel bad for Detroit.
In general.
No, but I mean, if you could look, there's a couple of teams that you wouldn't really mind if they won. And I know for you, Cleveland is not one of them.
Right.
But just nationally looking at it, if the Browns were good, that'd be okay. They haven't been good in a long time.
That's true.
If the Lions were just a dominating team, 11-1, that'd be good. The Lions haven't been good in a long time. Yeah, they're not good.
They're not.
Neither are the Browns.
No. Can I ask you a question?
Hey, do you want to coach the Browns next year? I mean,
I might as well. You know what?
I don't think you could do worse than Kitchens.
Probably not. No. And he's only like a year older than me.
Really?
Yeah, he's 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's got to take better care of himself. He doesn't look great.
It's one of those things where you're like, yeah, that's how old he is. And you're like, really? It happens. But really, probably the tight end you want to use this week is Darren Waller. Again, they're playing the Bengals, and it's because the Chiefs lost a couple times. It's actually, and the Raiders have been sort of winning. It's kind of an important game for them, even though they're playing the Bengals.
And all joking aside, if you need the cheap option because you're going to go with the high-priced McCaffrey and the Lamar Jackson, Ryan Griffin is $2,900. It's the Jets against the Redskins. you got to save money.
Somebody
somewhere
has
in
to
your
catch
lineup.
the ball.
Yeah, and all he needs is a catch and a touchdown,
And he's
there you
good.
go.
That's all. And you know what? It's possible. All right. So on to defense. Everyone's second favorite position. The metric loves the Saints.
I disagree with the metric.
Oh, now you're going against what you just said.
It's the Saints against Tampa Bay. Tampa, they put up points.
They
Now,
do when Mike Evans shows up.
The Saints are going to get the 4 turnovers that Jameis gives away weekly because that's just the kind of guy he is. But that being said, they're going to put up points.
Right.
I'm not saying the metric's wrong. I just
Now,
disagree
here's my
with
problem with Tampa Bay is I wish I had some tell on which Mike Evans was going to show up. It's anything. Something.
I bet
anything.
they feel the same way as you.
Like, does he wear a certain scarf or gloves? Something.
I think they take turns. This week it's him. Next week it's Godwin. This week it's him. Next week it's Godwin.
I mean, if you want
O.J. Howard. We didn't mention him.
We did not mention him.
He's been better.
He's been better. I have not personally been paying attention to him. But
let me hear you.
Does he want to go back?
Yeah,
all right.
You. Okay, O.J. Howard was $3,600 for his salary, so he's kind of a cheap option.
Yeah. Other cheap options on defense are the Cardinals, which are $1,500, and the Lions are $1,800. So they're the ultra cheap options, but the Cardinals are playing San Francisco, and the Lions are playing Dallas. So because of the matchup, I don't know. Like, you could use them if you really, really need the money and think they're not going to give you 0 points. But other defenses that the metric likes are the Steelers at $3,200. They're playing Cleveland. That's probably who I'm going to go with.
Now, that's the Thursday night game.
That is a Thursday night game, so if you
Get
do
ready
Thursday,
early.
That's right. Next is the Redskins because they're playing the Jets. They are $2,800. And then the Bills defense has been pretty decent this year overall. They are $3,800. They're playing Miami.
Well, see, there's the problem. The red-hot Miami Dolphins.
They have won 2 in a row.
Who's their quarterback?
It's Mr. Magic Man.
Well, see, there you go. You got to avoid that one. I would go with the Steelers at $3,200. They've been coming on. They have a Watt. If you have a Watt on defense, you're doing pretty good. They have the better Watt. They have TJ Watt. He's
That's
still
true.
playing.
He's still playing and not hurt.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah. All right. So you're telling me you would go with Patrick Mahomes. Let's see if this works. All right. Again,
Mahomes is the Monday night, so...
Well, I'm going to see if I can get we're not going to give you a full lineup, but I'm going to see if I can get one that's everything, so I can do it.
While you're getting that,
yeah,
I'll say this to anyone who's using a kicker, or maybe you're just looking to pick up a kicker for bye-week purposes. You got the game Monday night is in Mexico, high altitude. If you've got a guy who could kick, you could add 5 or 6 more yards on every attempt. So that could be a guy that... Maybe he's just another Allen during the week, but in Mexico.
Yeah, it matters. Did you feel bad for the kicker for the 49ers? No, didn't.
No.
All right.
I mean, he missed it as bad as you could miss a kick.
He did, but did he make a kick? Did he make the same kick
he made the same distance,
10 minutes ago?
Same distance with 4 seconds on the clock to tie it, and he nailed it. And I was thinking, man. Who's it? He came out of nowhere, this guy. I'd love to have this guy on my team.
Rookie,
he's good. And then in overtime, he kicked it, and it was wow.
It just got to him.
Looks like old man Vinatieri out there. It's bad.
Sad.
Instant Hall of Famer Adam Vinatieri.
Sad. He's
not
sad. Much older than. All right.
Younger than me.
All right. So I found a double up that we can do Thursday through Monday.
Okay.
So you got Mahomes. Who do you want at running back?
Let's try McCaffrey.
All right.
I don't know if we could fit him in.
We'll try it. So right now you have a remaining salary of $32,500.
Okay, well, see, that's where the problem comes
exactly.
in.
All right.
So what are we looking for?
Who's your number 2 running back?
Well, ideally it would be Jacobs, but
Jacobs. All right.
I think we're gonna run out of money fast. For receiver,
Yep.
All right, we'll go to Demaryius Thomas.
All right.
That's what it said to do.
Okay. Give me one more receiver.
Boy, I'll tell you.
It's thinking hard.
I'm looking at prices.
Yeah, I know.
Well, try DJ Moore. I'm sure he's going to push us over.
All right. Give me a tight end.
I want Waller.
Waller? All right. Give me a defense.
Try the Steelers.
All right. So now,
You have 12 cents left for a flex.
For a flex and a receiver, you have $7,100 to use. So
Okay,
give me a receiver. We'll see if you can afford a flex that we won't mention.
All right, Alex Erickson's 3,900. He's about as low as you're going to be able to find, I think.
So that leaves you 3,200 to put in flex.
200.
That may not work.
No, hold on now.
But you can't tell me because we can't do full lineups. But I'm just saying.
All right.
This is what happens when you want to use McCaffrey and Mahomes in the same lineup.
I'm not going to tell you.
All right.
I'm going to ask a question.
Yes.
Because my FBI, my football intelligence is running low.
Yes.
There's a player named DeAndre Washington.
Okay.
He's in the Cincinnati-Oakland game. I do not know who this is.
Okay.
I found his name because financially I could use him, but I have no idea who this person is. So if you could enlighten me, who is DeAndre Washington?
He is a backup running back.
For who?
The Raiders.
All right, I don't like him. Like I said, it was a matter of finances. I was just looking.
Right.
So remind me what the dollar amount was
that you had left to use.
Yeah.
3,200.
Wow.
Yeah, not a lot of options.
Another guy
there.
I've never heard
Yeah,
of.
see? This is the best way to play Who's That Guy?
Who is Foster Moreau?
I never heard of him.
He's in the Cincinnati-Oakland game, and financially, I could use him.
He's a tight end.
I got a guy. We mentioned.
You do?
Now, I'm not saying I would use him, okay? Because I don't want to get us in any trouble.
Right.
But there's a guy we mentioned who could fit in here.
All right.
Ryan Griffin, the tight end of the Jets, 2,900. He would fit in there.
He would.
I'm not saying
Probably
I would
not.
do it, because that would be wrong.
Right.
Just saying, financially, when you're looking at that dollar amount,
Right.
there's not many people.
Not many.
But I have the secret. I have the metric.
That's right. And that's all you really need. And on that note, we're actually out of time.
Oh.
So, any final thoughts for you, sir?
We've got to get this metric out there for people to buy.
Maybe next season. We'll see.
It's a true money maker.
It is, at least with double ups. Tournaments are a whole different beast.
Tournaments,
you
gotta just stay away from tournaments.
It's really like just throwing spaghetti at a wall and just.
Well, I mean, it's just not worth it.
I do. Sometimes I do a $1 one or a 25-cent one just cause.
Yeah, but wouldn't that dollar be better spent?
It would be.
I'm just
saying. In like a Quinella.
You're a dreamer. That's your problem.
That
Craig.
is.
You're a dreamer.
That is
you're
problem.
thinking you're going to hit that $1 million.
You know what? I don't even want the $1 million one. I just want to win one that's like $250.
Second place. Would second place be so bad?
That would be fine. I'd be fine with that. My final thought is, it's the middle of November. It's week 11. It's ridiculous. And let me tell you, bye weeks, and I knew when we had our draft, week 9 and 10 were going to suck. And they did. Because it's just rough. It's just rough. But, you really have to pay attention to, this is the time of year you really, really have to pay attention to, like, injury reports. Because when you make a lineup in DFS, you're not, once it's 1 o'clock, if you picked only a 1 o'clock slate, you're not changing your lineup.
Yeah,
That's it. You find out at game time, somebody's not playing and you're not looking at your phone or computer, it's that you're done. So just pay attention to that stuff.
The other thing I would mention, if you're in a season long and you're not going to make the playoffs, you've got to sell your player. We're right around where the trade deadlines are. It doesn't matter. This isn't about getting equal value. You could get something next season that, you can't keep all these guys.
No, most people don't keep any. Like, we keep one.
Pick your upper end okay player. If you have the 5th receiver in the league, if you're not keeping him, just because he would go in the second round doesn't mean you need a second round. If you get a 5th round pick for him, it's better than getting nothing for him.
That's true.
So
that is true.
An unsolicited thing from a guy who's looking at making the playoffs and wouldn't mind trading with other teams that aren't going to, and I don't want to give fair value.
And there you have it. Damn it.
So there.
So once again, thank you for listening, and hi, Deb. I know you've been waiting this whole episode to hear that.
Hi, Deb.
And you know what? Leave us a review on iTunes. Just make it constructive. You can find us on iTunes. We are going to be on YouTube, or we are on YouTube. Stitcher, Player FM, anywhere like that. Go to our website at fignutsdfs.com. Look for us on Twitter and Facebook, and you can even email it. So that's it from us. I'm Craig.
I'm Sinch.
And this has been the Football Fignuts Podcast. Good night, everybody.